What's up, everyone? Vince Ingenito here with my friend Bobby Amos. What's up, man?
What is up, Vince?
It's
How you
Bobbia.
doing? Bobbia. How you doing, Vince?
Doing good, man. I've been playing some WWE 2K16 today. You know, the review is going up. Well, we're going to have a review in progress going up shortly.
Okay.
You know, if you're watching this video, you're probably reading that review in progress as well. But we just want to make a little video, talk about, like, you know, we're both WWE guys.
Big fan of the WWE. Big fan of last year's game, so I can't wait to get my hands on this one.
Yeah, man. So let's go into like just some of my thoughts about the game.
Okay, so first, Vince. Okay, last year I was playing it, and some of the gameplay mechanics felt a little wonky to me. I liked some of the things, basically the way they were going. But since you kind of been playing a little bit of this, what gameplay mechanics have been either updated or changed, or what have you seen that you liked or have disliked?
Sure. So I mean, like, so I personally liked the direction they took last year, where they were trying to make it more of a, you know, more of a simulation, more something that's like, it's like you know, matches that are paced like real life matches. You know, so they added the chain grappling and all that, and a stamina system. And some people didn't like that. You know, you can, like last year, you can still turn that stuff off if you want to. But I think that adds a real sense of pacing to the match and like a real sense of build up and drama.
To be honest with you, I went straight over the chain. I didn't even let that happen.
I know you were telling me that you did.
Clotheslines and drop kicks and let's go. Okay. but what else? But what else? I'm sorry.
But no, it's cool. So I think they continued that this year. They kept moving more in that direction. So like this year, I love how they've limited reversals. There's like a reversal stock that you have. Like a guy, like a more technically sound guy, like Neville here, is gonna have 5 reversal stocks, but a less technical guy, like say Sergeant Slaughter or whatever, you know, he's not gonna have nearly as many to work with. And I like how those become resources that you have to manage. You have to think about, like, hey, maybe sometimes, you know, do I really need to reverse that punch?
Right.
Is that punch a big deal?
I was almost playing it as if, like, say we was playing a different fighting game. I didn't want to be touched. So yeah, I reversed just about everything.
Right.
Punch, clothesline. So now basically, are you saying if it's a signature move, you're reversing that? So basically, you're going to take more punishment throughout the match.
Sure, I'm willing to. So it's about managing your resource of health versus your resource of reversal. So sometimes, yeah, I'm willing to take a little bit of a punishment, you know, and then maybe, sure, do I have to make a tough kick out at some point? Maybe, but I'm gonna have faith that I can do that. Okay. But instead, keep a reversal stock kind of in there. So I like they've continued on with the more simulation feel, and they've gone even further in that direction, and I applaud them for doing that, because I know that, like, making a big change like that, like they did last year, is risky with fans, but I think ultimately it ends up in a game that plays better.
It makes the matches more exciting too. So now those reversals are coming into play, like you say, basically if you need to reverse a signature or a finisher, where it's like you have that ready to go, and if you don't, if you used it all up, you're pretty much screwed.
Then you're pretty much exactly.
I can get on board with that, because the way you just explained it, I was like, oh man, I love reversing everything, but it's following how the real product goes, and I can get behind that.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
So we talked about that. What are some of the features that have been added that you like? Because last year was a lot of things that I wanted to do and I didn't get a chance to do. So is there anything new with, like, new titles, or like give me some new modes or something? What do we got? Well,
aside from just new modes, because there are new modes, but there's this where you can just kind of break into the people's entrances.
Oh, wait a minute.
And screw them over.
Oh, that's the great ones. Come on, Vince.
I love it. Hey, you got to win no matter which way you can, man.
Oh.
So, in general, that's one of the things I like, is that the broadcast feel of these games has always been solid, but it's even better this time around because there's no loading time between the entrances.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And the fact that I can interrupt entrances just makes the whole beginning of the match feel so much more organic, and just more like the kind of, whoops, no one home. Just more, hey, I'm swinging at the air. I'm not doing good here. So that's one thing I like. But another thing that I dig a lot was what you saw. We saw just at the beginning of this video while we were getting set up, is that, you know, last year, you and I talked about this a little bit. Like last year, the roster was just thin.
Yeah.
It was just like, you had like 50 people. You know,
or those same people were pretty much Hogan and Sting,
right,
from all these different eras.
Exactly, and they still have all the guys from different eras like they did last time. But like, there's, even putting those aside, just individual, actually different people.
Okay.
There's 120 wrestlers in this game. That's not even like they've got like 3 or 4 or 5 different versions of The Rock, but that doesn't count towards that 120. That's all like one.
That's all him.
Yeah, that's all exactly.
Jeez.
So when you take into account the different eras and versions of the different characters, there's got to be like 150 or 160 different like versions and characters like overall. So it's after last year there was so little of that. It's nice to see a much more full, much meatier and varied roster. Like you got a lot of NXT guys this year, and I appreciate that. And then also like you were saying with the modes and stuff, you know. And you see this with Madden because you play a lot of Madden, right? You see that when they make the transition from like one generation of consoles to another generation of consoles, they lose a lot of that feature parity, right?
Right.
And then like I feel like this year, if you looked at just the number of different modes that were there and the number of different match types, a lot more added back in.
It was lacking.
It really was.
So what are some of the newer modes that we're going to get from this game that we didn't get last year? Is there something that stands out?
There's no one mode that stands out. It's just like, you know, if you all you do is just load up that that screen. If you go to last year's game like right now and you just load that screen up, you'll see you're like, oh man, there's like 4 different things and that's it.
Right.
And like
that's
now
true.
it's like there's a whole full screen worth of just stuff to do. Whoa, no one home there. So I like that a lot.
Okay, last year I couldn't win no title other than the heavyweight titles. Are there other titles in here?
Right. Yeah. So there's a lot of different titles, and also like I think you're talking about also I think what your big disappointment was my career last year, right?
Oh, I spent a lot of time in that, and I would like to do it again this year. So will I be able to? Can I go for the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title and actually defend the titles instead of retiring right away?
Yeah, you're not going to retire right away. It's not like, hey, just get to the, just get to WrestleMania and then that's it. You're actually going to be able to, you actually are able to defend your title, and even better, you're able to work your way all the way to the Hall of Fame. So it's a much meatier package there. There's a much meatier package overall. Like, a lot of the features that you're missing, especially from the Creator Wrestler too. Like the Creator Wrestler has more options. It's not as bare bones. You know, the ability to like fully create an arena. A lot of the stuff that was missing that you got used to seeing is back.
Jeez. So basically they pretty much threw the kitchen sink into this. Man.
Yeah, they really did do the kitchen sink
what
approach.
Is this?
This is yeah, that's right. This is the new submission mini game.
What happened to the button mash?
No, there's no button mashing now. Now it's like a real submission battle where like, you're trying to position, like basically you're rotating the art of the right stick to try to, oh boy, is this curtains for me?
Oh. Oh, that's new too, right?
Yeah, that's new too. The kick out, the kick out mechanic is now instead of having to hold the button and then release, you actually just you don't have to hold the. Oh no, that was terrible. You don't have to hold the button and release. You actually just the meter automatically goes up and then you just press it at the right time.
That was
and then
intense, dude. I had to hold my breath on that, just like in a real match. Like,
yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna be able to make it, but that submissions through the mini game there.
Oh no, this could be bad.
Okay.
I could be in trouble here. I've got one reversal to work with. I was late.
Okay, so
am I gonna get laid out?
All right, so Vince, tell me what are your overall thoughts? Where are you at in the game?
So
lay it on me.
So yeah, right now I'm really positive on what this game is doing this year. I already liked the direction it was heading, and it's moved farther in that direction in meaningful ways. And on top of that, like the game's main problem, which was just the feature set and how thin it's kind of how thin its roster was and the match types, all that for me has been kind of taken care of. So for me right now, I'm feeling very positive on WWE 2K16. But thank you so much, man, for joining me, Bobby.
Thank you for having me.
I hope we get to do this more. I'm sure we're both going to be playing this game quite a bit around the office. Thanks, folks, for watching. You can look out for my full review within the next couple of days. I know we just got the game today, so I need more time to really give the game its due. But so keep your eyes out and open for that. But for more on WWE 2K16 in the coming days and weeks, keep it right here on IGN.